The haunted Littlefield House of Austin, Texas. Picture yourself walking through the beautiful campus of the University of Texas in Austin. Students laugh as they pass by, bicycles race across the sidewalks, and life moves at its usual fast pace. But hidden among the modern buildings sits a towering Victorian mansion that seems completely out of place. Its dark brick walls, tall windows, and ornate woodwork look as though they belong to another century. Most people simply call it the Littlefield House, but others call it haunted. As daylight fades and the last employees lock the doors, the mansion becomes eerily silent. The sounds of the busy campus disappear, replaced by creaking floorboards, whispers carried by the wind, and an unsettling feeling that someone is still inside. The house was built in 1893 for Major George Washington Littlefield, a wealthy cattle rancher, Civil War veteran, and one of the University of Texas's greatest benefactors. It was meant to be a symbol of success and elegance, where distinguished guests gathered beneath glittering chandeliers while music echoed through the grand halls. Living beside him was his wife, Alice Littlefield. The couple had everything money could buy, everything except the family they had dreamed of. After suffering heartbreaking personal losses, the mansion slowly became quieter. As the years passed, the once lively home began to feel more like a monument than a place filled with joy. When George died in 1920, Alice remained in the mansion by herself. Room after room stood empty. The grand staircase no longer echoed with visitors. The dining room sat untouched. Many say Alice became deeply attached to the house, refusing to leave the place that held the memories of the life she once knew. 15 years later, Alice died. She left the mansion to the University of Texas. Most believed that would be the end of the Littlefield family's story. They were wrong. Not long after the university took ownership, strange things reportedly began happening inside. Employees working late into the evening claimed they heard slow footsteps walking across the second floor. When they climbed the staircase to investigate, no one was there. Doors that had been carefully shut would somehow be standing open only minutes later. Lights reportedly flickered on in empty rooms. Furniture occasionally appeared to have been moved overnight. Maintenance workers began sharing stories with one another, quietly asking if anyone else had heard the footsteps or the music. Because on certain nights, long after the building had closed, people claimed they could hear the soft sound of a piano drifting through the mansion. The problem was, no one was playing it. Visitors standing outside have reported hearing faint melodies coming from the upper floors, only for the music to stop the moment someone entered the building. Perhaps the most chilling legend involves the upstairs windows. Several witnesses have claimed to see an elderly woman dressed in old-fashioned clothing standing perfectly still, gazing out over the campus. She never waves, she never moves, and when someone looks away for even a second, she's gone. Many believe the figure is Alice Littlefield herself, still watching over the home she loved more than anything else. One story has become especially famous among those who know the mansion's history. An employee had spent the day working inside the house before returning home to visit family. Without knowing where her grandmother had been, her young granddaughter suddenly hugged her and quietly said, "Grandma, you smell like a ghost." The child had never been told about the mansion. She had never heard its haunted reputation. Yet somehow, those words had become one of the Littlefield house's most unsettling stories. Even skeptics admit there's something different about the mansion. Some describe an overwhelming feeling of being watched. Others say certain rooms feel unusually cold, even during the Texas summer. A few refuse to stay inside after dark altogether. Of course, there is no scientific evidence proving the Littlefield house is haunted. The footsteps could simply be an old building settling. The mysterious sounds might be explained by aging pipes or wooden floors shifting with the changing temperatures. And every ghost story grows a little more dramatic each time it's told. But sometimes, history has a way of leaving something behind. Perhaps memories can linger inside walls. Perhaps grief never truly fades. Or perhaps Alice Littlefield simply never found the strength to leave the only home she ever truly loved. So if you ever find yourself walking across the University of Texas campus after sunset, slow down as you pass the old Victorian mansion. Look carefully toward the upstairs windows. You may see nothing at all, or you may catch the silhouette of a lonely woman standing silent. If you know someone that's interested in the Littlefield House of Austin, please share this video with them and follow Texas Shadows for more. And always, thanks for watching.